I am literally having a contraction right now, though.
Well, that is just one of the many Hallmark movies starring Jen Lilly, but today she's talking about something else that she's very passionate about. So please welcome actress, singer, and advocate for foster care, Jen Lilly. Happy to see your smiling face this morning.
My name's Jason Wayne.
And I'm Jen Wayne, but my stage name is Jen Lilly. And I'm an actress and singer.
Yes. We've been married 13 years.
And we're foster and adoptive parents. We have a 4-year-old, that's Caden. He was our first placement in foster care. We got him at 4 months. Thought we were just gonna have him for the holiday. He was a Christmas baby. And then here we are, and we are so delighted that we got to adopt him.
Yep.
And then we started fostering his little brother when he was also 4 months old, and he is 2. And then our daughter Julie is 10 months now. Our journey into foster care is kind of long. Before we got involved, we had decided we didn't want to have kids.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
It was like a revelation. She was in the bathroom getting ready, probably for an event. And I said, you know what? I really don't think I do want to have kids. And she came like out of the little walk-in closet, so excited. She's like, me either.
we were like, let's have birthday cake for dinner. Let's stay up till 2 in the morning and like binge watch our shows. Like we got like steady jobs. This is great. Let's just like travel the world and be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
It was too easy back then.
it was so easy.
I was scared. All I know was that I gotta go, and then if it do get hard, I'm on the street by myself. My name is Shanae. I recently aged out of the foster care system. I've been in the foster care system my entire life. I was born into it and then got adopted by the age of 5. And then I was abused by someone that I seen as my father and ended back into the foster care system. And I've been in multiple homes, like 2 homes since then, and recently left one because due to me aging out. I knew that I was going to be aging out of the system. And me and my foster mother at the time, we talked about it, like, what was it going to be like? And she told me that I would have to pay $500 to $700 a month in rent to stay there. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I'm your kid. Like, your kid, we do that? She's like, yeah, because rent's not free no matter where you go. Like, you can't, it's not free. And I was like, damn, I don't have it. You know, I'm working just to pay you. I can't take care of myself, especially if I'm buying essentials for myself. I can't do it. Like, it's not going to work. And then she was like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you because you cannot stay here for free. So.
Tay Youth, once they age out, AB 12 workers, they provide them a list of homeless shelters. That's the reality for them. I'm a current DCFS adoption social worker, been with the county about 11 years now in June coming up. I met Shanae when she was 14 in the Youth Permanency Unit when I was a social worker then. Youth Permanency YP unit is the heart and soul of why I became a social worker. And it's a youth permanence focus that for youth 14 to 18 that don't have permanent connections, that have never reunified with their families. And at that point, I was assigned to her and helped her through, adulthood. Tay Youth face a multitude of challenges. And one in particular is nearly half of our youth, once they age out, are homeless. That's the reality for them. It's either homeless shelters and relying on the Tay Youth to form relationships and ask them if they have family or friends to go to. And sometimes they don't. But the reality is, they're either in homeless shelters, sleeping in their cars, or unfortunately incarcerated. That's their reality.
God does want you to be blessed. But I think that we have defined what blessing looks like based on what we want blessing to look like. We had discussed foster care. It was on the table because it was an important issue to me. And I said, you know, you're 50% of this marriage. You can say no to foster care, but I have a problem with you saying no to something where you don't have the information. So it was kind of hanging in the air, foster care.
I just had preconceived ideas. I never had a chat with anyone about foster care. It's just something that was in my mind that, you know, foster kids, they're the bad kids. So I guess the root of the issue is I don't want to deal with it. I want my nice family. I guess that's the root.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. You just don't want to deal with a problem. Like, it's not my problem. I didn't start it. I didn't create it. But that is the problem. If you see the good you ought to do and don't do it, for you, that's sin.
Rebecca Weigel invited me to the pastor's luncheon here in Los Angeles. Because here in LA, we make up 10% of the children in foster care. Our one city makes up 10% of the children in foster care for the whole nation. And so Care Portal, along with all these incredible organizations, have decided we need to come together as a body and rise to the occasion. So I had been to the lunches and I was like, Jason, you have to take off of work. Whatever you have to do, you have to be there.
I didn't really know exactly what it was, but when she gets excited, I get excited. I'm like, let's go. Later on in the luncheon, there was this panel of someone in foster care about to age out. And one question asked was, how has the church played a role in each of your stories? One girl named Shanae. Her answer basically was, I don't really see how the church has stepped into my story. I felt instantly, if that's not sin, then what is? So I basically said that to Jen. I said, we need to do something.
After me sharing at the luncheon, I felt like kind of scared, like, is somebody really gonna be there? But when Jen and Jason welcomed me into their home, I was like scared and nervous and anxious. But I'm telling you, I went to sleep that night anxious, nervous, and scared. And I woke up the next morning, like, all that feeling and anxiety went away. And it's a feeling that I can't even explain. Like, wait, what? How does all this stress and anxiety goes away in one night? I'm like, this is God. Like, this is God. I can't explain. No other person can do that but God.
The church has retreated, and we have to stand up, plant firm in our faith, and fight back for these kids. We have to put them behind us and fight for them. When we're talking about foster care and adoption, there's so many Bible verses that we like to throw around. So these are not verses that I say like a cliche or something that belongs on a pillow. But James 1:27 says, pure and true religion is this before the Father, taking care of widows and orphans in their distress and remaining unstained from the world. That is our call as a church. We are all called to foster care. Not all of us can foster, but all of us are called to do something about foster care. It's absolutely a commandment. And I think really what that means is remaining steadfast to what God has called you to, and not letting the thoughts that can sometimes come out of other believers' mouths pollute your opinion about what foster care really is and plant misconceptions and fear. Shanae has been wonderful. She has stretched me and grown me in amazing ways. She is a joy to host. She is incredible. She has the best laugh of anyone I've ever met. She's funny, she's practical, she's wise. She is incredible.
A lot of times we come to God praying, should I, do this? Should I do this? And it's really easy to miss the fact that everything should be done in love. If your motivation is love, I think you have a yes. That's all I want to say.